Hi everyone. I have not had the greatest day today. I woke up feeling a little down, a little depressed. Just a little, not a ton. And I don't know why. And this has happened before many times where I start to feel um depressed, and I don't know why. I don't know what triggers it. I don't know what happens. Um, and it can be frustrating because it's like I don't know what to do to help it because I don't know what triggered it. So all day today I've just been feeling down, tired, um, just not super joyful. Um, and I keep feeling like I want to cry for some reason. And when I feel like this and I don't know where it's coming from or what triggered it, I kind of just try to ride it out and just, if I feel like I need to cry, I cry. I let it out, even if I don't know why I'm crying. Because obviously there's some emotion, something's coming up, and instead of shoving it down, which I used to do, which made it 10 times worse, by the way, I've learned that even if I don't understand why I'm crying or what's upsetting me or what's causing me to feel this way, it is so much better to just let it out, um, because it's trying to come out for a reason. And it's better just to, if I need to cry, I cry. So I wanted to share a little bit about what bipolar disorder is like, how I view it. Because days like today, it's a little frustrating. But, I just keep chugging along because, it's something I have, and ignoring it is not going to make it go away. So I just, I've learned to accept it and be like, this is something I have and I need to work with it or it's going to consume me. So I made a little diagram real quick just to show you guys kind of how I view bipolar disorder for myself. So here you'll see, so bipolar disorder has high, which is the, manic episode, hypomania. And then you have, your kind of middle ground, which to me is like, that's your like stable ground between high and low. Then you have your low depressive side of bipolar disorder. And for me, um, sometimes I can go between the two quickly, sometimes months at a time, between the two. Sometimes I kind of skirt um, above, just a little bit above and a little bit below. It just depends. And I'm going to share about that because I have rapid cycled before a few years ago. And rapid cycling is where you're quickly going between up and down, high and low. And I did that actually in one day. Every hour I would go between high and low, and it was awful. It was a really horrible day, especially because I was at work, and it was difficult. I'm not gonna lie, and I'll make a video on that separately to share that day with you. Anyway, so I just wanted to share this because days like today, I'm just a smidge under, on the lower side. Not a lot, but it's enough to where I am noticing it. So, obviously, the deeper I go down, the more symptoms I have, the stronger they are. The lower I get, the more I get into, suicidal territory, severely depressed, no energy, stop doing things like that. And then when I go high, I get into, high energy, super positive. I can go on little sleep. I talk a ton. I think that I can conquer the world, very impulsive. And what's interesting too, for me personally, is my agitation. My agitation I can experience on both the high and the low. So it just depends on which one I'm at, is how the agitation presents itself. So that's one thing that can get frustrating, because when I'm more like in this area here, I don't go too high or too low. The agitation doesn't show up that much, but then when I start to go higher on one end or lower on the low end, the agitation can get pretty intense, and it's really rough. But anyway, so today I'm just a smidge below the on the low end, just a little bit, not nothing crazy. But I am just working through it the best that I can. I had plans today to go to my friend's house with my daughter and eat food, play in the pool, get some sun, stuff like that. And I still went, and I'm glad that I did, because if I had stayed home, I know that I would have felt worse. Now, going to my friend's house and the pool day and being around my friends did not make me feel better, but it didn't make me feel worse, which is important to me. And I found myself like not really like just kind of muted. I didn't talk as much. They were laughing a lot, and I didn't laugh as much as they did. I didn't find the stuff as funny. Kind of low energy, tired, kind of kept to myself and my daughter a little bit. But the good thing is, my friends understand that I struggle with my mental health. So sometimes I'm not my perky, funny, happy self. Sometimes I'm a little down, but they accept that. They accept me for that, and they don't judge me. They don't make me feel worse. They don't like, "Oh, Sarah, why are you in a bad mood? Why aren't you peppy? Why aren't you happy?" Blah blah blah. They just kind of support me, talk to me, they're patient, and I can feel that they care about me. And so it's really important to make sure you find that, like I said before, that support system, because people can easily make it worse for you, and you don't want that. You want people that are going to help you and bring you up and be there for you while you're going through what you're going through. Now, today's like days like today where I'm just slightly depressed. I don't know why. I keep wanting to cry, not a lot of energy. um it sucks, but my bipolar disorder is not going to go away. I'm not just going to magically wake up tomorrow and it's gone and I don't have to deal with it anymore. That's just not reality. And I've come to realize that I cannot ignore it. And I'm going to have days like today where I don't understand what's wrong. I don't understand what's causing it. I don't understand why I feel this way. It's frustrating, but I have to just accept that this is what I have to deal with and learn how to cope with it and ride it out and deal with it the best way that I can. I'm not going to always have good days. And to me, it's a win that my day is not getting worse, that I'm not getting more depressed, that I'm not spiraling or getting sucked in. It's just kind of staying neutral all day long, which to me is a win. So you really have to look at the positives and the wins each day and move forward, and just take care of yourself the best way that you can. I'm going to make sure I get some good quality sleep tonight, and try to, uh, eat better tomorrow, make, see if that might help, and just recognize that I'm just not having a great day, and that's okay. Um, I just, need to avoid things to make it worse. And if I feel like something's coming up emotionally and I just need to cry, even if I don't understand why I'm crying or why I'm upset or why I'm feeling down, these emotions are coming from somewhere. I'm feeling this way for a reason. So I just need to let it out, but not let it suck me up and consume me. So, it's the end of the day. I'm about to get ready for bed with my daughter and my husband, and I'm just going to, go to sleep and hope that in the morning I feel a little bit better. And if I don't, then I will take tomorrow for what it is, and I will do my best to get myself, back to neutral. Now, before I put away this diagram and finish this video, there is one thing that I have found very interesting about my bipolar disorder and how it affects me that I've actually shared with my doctor that I wanted to share with you guys, because I don't know if this happens to others, people who have bipolar disorder or not, or if it's just something that happens to me. I mean, what are the chances, right? I'm sure someone else has got to experience this, but I just find it really fascinating. So whenever I go above into hypomania, however high I go and forever how long, I have the equal and opposite reaction. So say I go to, like, right here, line 2 on the high, for say 2 days. Once I come down from that, I will go, same distance to, like, say line 2 for 2 days also. Every single time I go anywhere above this line, even if it's just slightly for like a day or a few hours, I have the exact same reaction down below. However high I go low, and however long. And every single time it has happened. And it's just the craziest thing. But I don't have it when I am depressed. So if I'm depressed, say, I'm feeling the way I'm feeling all day today, and tomorrow I feel better, I'm not going to have the opposite reaction. It's only from high to low. So wherever I'm at on this, I never have the opposite reaction for the high. So I don't know. I just find it really interesting because it's something that I've observed and found out that happens to me. So anytime I start to go above the neutral, like stable area, and I start to go into hypomania, I now will nip that in the butt so quick, because I hate having the opposite reaction. Because when I do have the opposite reaction, I go to the depressive side, there's like nothing I can do to help it. It's something I just have to ride out, and it sucks. I don't like it. So I tend to lean more towards the depressive side because I can handle that better, and I can cope with it better than the hypomania side. So that's just something I wanted to share because I thought it was really interesting. And then also too, when I'm starting to go into hypomania or the depressive side, when I start to feel myself going one way or the other, I get goosebumps. I get like the chills and like goosebumps, and I can feel my body starting to go one way or the either high or low. And it doesn't last long. It's just like an hour, 2 hours, couple hours, while my body's shifting. And I've told my doctor about this because I thought it was really fascinating. So it's so great to feel that though, because then I'm like, oh, okay, light bulb, I'm starting to go one way or the other, either high or low. And then I can start to implement my coping skills and my plans for getting myself back to neutral and stable, which I'll talk about what I do, more in other videos, because I don't want to I want to break down the videos with certain topics because I don't want to overwhelm myself or anyone else, because it's a lot. There's so much I want to tell you guys and share and, talk about. So, anyway, so that's what happened to me today. Um, and so I am going to go to bed, relax, and I'm hoping I'll reset kind of through the night. But if I don't, that's okay. I will deal with tomorrow when it comes. I don't want to jump ahead and just assume that I'm going to feel the same way tomorrow, because I don't know. So that's a little bit of an insight into how my bipolar disorder is for me. And I hope I'm not alone in that, because sometimes I feel like, there's such a stigma still around bipolar disorder that, you have to have these dramatic, depressive episodes and these dramatic hypomania episodes in order for people to believe you have bipolar disorder. I have had dramatic episodes in the past, don't get me wrong, but, I was able to contain myself enough to not, get arrested or, lose my job or, like things like that. So, or lose my home or anything like that. So, but I also work really, really hard to take care of myself. And I do have a good support system, so that also helps. So, anyways, I'm gonna get going. So that's what I wanted to share today, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night.